Hello, this is the second part to an instructional tutorial on how to use the DIY budgeting sheet on Fiverr.com. See the link below in the description. The next FAQ is, will this work for me if I am paid bi-weekly, monthly, etc.? Short answer is yes. You can define the pay period range next to where it shows days. Now January is pre-filled to show someone who's paid every Friday, weekly. But if you're paid bi-weekly, now there's two options you can do if you're paid bi-weekly. What you can do is option number one is you ignore pay period 1 and pay period 2. All of this should be 0. Just zero everything out. Pay period 1, pay period 2, they don't even exist as far as you're concerned. And then what you do is you take pay period 3 and then you rename it to pay period 1. And then you do this one. Pay period 4 will be pay period 2. And then if you want to determine your pay periods for January, so let's say you're paid every other Friday. So starting on January 6th, you're paid on January 6th, and then the next time you're paid is January 20th. So that means the first pay period is going to be January 6th all the way until January 19th. So we're going to put that, we're going to put the 6th till the 19th. And then that's pay period 1. Pay period 2 is going to be, it's going to be the 20th. And that's actually going to go past this Friday. And then it's going to be all the way till February 2nd. So it's going to go to the day before the next payday. So it's going to be the 20th until the 2nd. So we're going to put the 20th until the 2nd. Now that is option number 1 of how to use this sheet if you are paid bi-weekly. That means for the following month, you'll have to do the same thing. Make sure that this is all 0, 0, 0, and then you just have to rename pay period 3 to pay period 1, pay period 4 to pay period 2, and then that is option number 1. Now, let's not save that, and let's do option number 2. And this might be the easier option, or at least in my opinion, it's the easier option. What you can do instead is, instead of having it called pay period 1, pay period 2, etc., what you can call these are week 1, and you can do week 2, and then you can just determine whatever these are. So if you're paid bi-weekly, for example, but you want to treat it like you're paid weekly. Like, so, like, let's say you want to do it every Friday as 1 week. You can do that, or you can start Sunday and go to Saturday. It's however you want to do it. And then that way you can just put, I recommend though, you start on whatever, you start and end on paydays. That is usually what a pay period is. That is how it should go. And the beginning of every week should be when you're paid, is because that's how I have it set up. So let's so that is one option you can do, is you can do 6th to the 12th. You were paid. That's your first week 1, and then you're paid that week. So let's say you were actually paid that week, so you put down your paycheck. Let's make it like $1,400 for 2 weeks of pay. But then on the second week, week 2, you don't have any income. So in that case, you just go to income and then you put 0. And then you just repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, and repeat. And that is how to do it. Those are your two options if you're paid bi-weekly. Now, if you're paid monthly, honestly, I would just do the same thing. I would just do week 1, week 2, week 3, etc. Um, I mean, you can, because it just doesn't make sense to do it any other way if you're paid monthly, because it's like you might as well just delete the entire sheet and just use this little guy right here. And honestly, I think that would be the most useful is if you just do the week method if you're paid monthly.